See the 13th question. The angle between the dipole moment and the electric field at any point on the equatorial plane is. So, at any point on the equatorial line, actually, that is angle between dipole moment and the electric field is what? Here there is a dipole. So, this will be minus q. Here it will be plus q. Understand me? This is a dipole. In this dipole, for this dipole, this will be the electric field intensity. This is the equatorial line. On the equatorial line, electric field intensity will be in this direction. Dipole moment will be from minus q to plus q. Okay, this is dipole moment, this is electric field. The angle between these two will be, both are in opposite directions, so the angle between them will be 180 degrees. The point is clear. Angle between dipole moment and the electric field at any point on the equatorial line, made it as line instead of plane, line is, that value will be 180 degrees. Clear? Next, see the 14th question. Pick out the statement which is incorrect. Negative stress charge experiences a force opposite to the direction of the electric field. That point is correct only. That statement is, if electric field is in this direction, if you keep a positive charge here, negative charge here, force acting on it will be in opposite direction. If it is a positive charge, force is along the direction of the field. Since that is a negative charge, that will be opposite. This statement is correct only, first statement. Second statement, the tangent drawn to a line of force represent the direction of electric field. That is also correct. At any point on the line of force, if we draw a tangent, that tangent gives direction will gives the direction of electric field. Field lines never intersect. That statement is also correct. If it is, if they intersect, at the point of intersection, the field will have two directions. Same field at any point, two different directions for electric field will not happen. So this statement is also correct. Electric field lines forms closed loops. That is wrong. They never form the closed loops. So if we draw the lines of force between minus q and plus q, they will start from the positive charge and they will reach to the negative charge. That's it. They won't come like this. So they are not closed loops. Magnetic lines of force will be closed loops. It will come in the lesson magnetism and matter. So electrical field lines are forms closed loops. That is wrong statement. See the 15. What they are asking. Two spheres carrying charges 6 microcoulomb and 9 microcoulomb are separated by a distance d. Experience a force of repulsion F. When a charge of minus 3 coulomb is given to both the spheres and kept at the same distance as before, the new force of repulsion is. Initially, force between them proportional to 6 into 9, F proportional to Q1, Q2. Later what happened, minus 3 microcoulomb charge is given to both of them. So 6 minus 3 means it becomes 3. 9 minus 3 means it becomes 6. So F dash proportional to distance, they kept at the same distance. So F proportional to 3 into 6. If the point is understanding, 6 for 6 minus 3 is added, it becomes 6. For 9 minus 3 is added, so it becomes 6. You divide that, then you will get the answer. F by F dash is equal to 6 into 9 by 3 into 6. 6 will cancel. 3 3s are 9. F dash is equal to F by 3. So what is the new force between them is F by 3. The point is clear. Like this we will get the question. Next. Question number 16 you see. EAX, E equatorial, EQ, representing electric field at a point on the axial line and equatorial line of a dipole. These points are at a distance r from the center of the dipole. If for r2 greater than a, what is the relation between them? Already we know for short dipole, E axial is equal to 2 into E equatorial for the same distance. For the directions will be in opposite directions. If we say, consider this is the dipole. This will be the equatorial line. On the equatorial line, axial line, field will be in this direction. This will be equatorial line. Here field will be in this direction. So what will happen? These two fields will be in opposite direction. Already we know E axial is equal to 2 into E equatorial. So correct option for that will be E axial is equal to minus 2 into E equatorial. Next. Question number 17 you see. Just repeat. If you have a doubt, anybody, just contact me. My number is 90037 55 This is my number. All of you note it down. See the 17th question. This is my mobile number. All of you note it down. Any doubt is there through WhatsApp or by calling me, you can clarify your doubt. Spend more time on the objective examination so that definitely you will get more marks. See the 17th question, what they are asking. Particle mass is 1 gram. Charge is 1 microcoulomb. It is held at rest on a frictionless horizontal surface at a distance of 1 meter from the fixed charge 2 millicoulomb. If the particle is released, it was repelled. The speed of the particle when it is at a distance of 10 meter from the fixed charge is. What they are asking is actually, here there is a charge. What is the magnitude of that charge means? This value is equal to 2 millicoulomb. That is the magnitude of the charge. From this charge at a distance of 1 meter, there is another charge of 1 microcoulomb. 2 millicoulomb charge is there. At 1 meter distance from that, 1 microcoulomb charge is there. Mass of that 1 microcoulomb is 1 gram. It is kept fixed. It is released, means free to move. Because of repulsive force, what happened is it is going like this. When it is at a distance of 10 meter from this 2 millicoulomb, they are asking to find what is the velocity of that 1 microcoulomb at this position, what is the velocity of 1 microcoulomb? That is the question. Apply the conservation of energy. So PE plus KE, initial PE, initial KE, is equal to PE plus KE, initial final PE, and KE final. What is the initial PE? These two charges are separated at a distance of 1 meter. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 2 into 10 power minus 3 1 into 10 power minus 6 by R. R value will be equal to 1 meter here. Now KE will be equal to 0. There is no kinetic energy initially. Now the distance between them becomes 10 meter. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2 into 10 power minus 3 1 into 10 power minus 6 by 10 plus half mv square. This velocity we have to calculate. This mass already given 1 gram like that. Okay, we will calculate this. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught value will be 9 into 10 power 9. So 2 into 1 will be 2 into 10 power minus 9. This value 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is 9 into 10 power 9. 2 into 10 power minus 9 by 10 plus this value half into mass. They given it as 1 gram. Here they gave mass is 1 gram. 1 gram means 10 power minus 3 kg into V square. 10 power 9, 10 power minus 9 will cancel. 10 power 9, 10 power minus 9 will cancel. Here this is 18. Here this value 1.8 and 10 power minus 3 V square by 2. So 10 power minus 3 V square by 2 means 18 minus 1.8. This value 16.2. 10 power minus 3 V square is equal to 32.4. V square is equal to 32.4 by 10 power minus 3. Finally, this 10 power minus 3 came to the numerator. It becomes 10 cube. So 32400. V is equal to square root of 32400. This value will be 180 meter per second. So what is the velocity at the distance of 10 meter means that value will be equal to 180 meter per second. This is the answer. Apply the conservation of energy, you will get the answer for this. Okay. Next, see the 18th question, what they are asking. If there are only one type of charge, see this question. If there are only one type of charge in the universe, actually how many types of charges are there? Two types of charges are there. One will be positive charge and another one will be negative charge. What they are asking now, if only one type of charge is there in the universe, then which relation will be correct? Okay, that is the answer question they are asking. So just it is theoretical question. We are assuming one Gaussian surface. That Gaussian surface may be real or may be imaginary. If the charge is inside the Gaussian surface, then flux will be equal to, flux means E bar dot ds bar. Flux formula is what? Integral, closed integral E bar dot ds bar. Here there is a closed surface. Inside the closed surface charge is there. Flux will be equal to how much? Q by epsilon naught. This is nothing but E bar dot ds bar. If the charge is not in the closed surface, Q by epsilon naught flux will be equal to 0. So what will be the correct answer? Means integral, closed integral, E bar dot ds bar value will be equal to 0. If the charge is outside, integral E bar dot ds bar is equal to 0, is equal to Q by epsilon naught when it is inside. Whether we have only one charge or two charges, concept will be same only. So same on this is the answer for that. Question number 19, you see, electron of mass m, charge E, falls through a distance h meter in a uniform electric field capital E. The time of fall is how much? Here what they are asking is, here one electron is there. It is falling in the uniform electric field. It traveled a distance h. What is the time of fall? They are asking. Okay. It is freely falling means h value is equal to what happens means a t square. Using the formula S is equal to ut plus half a t square. We will get this value as h is equal to half a t square. So here h is equal to half into a value will be e q by m. In the place of q, we had to write e by m into t square. They are asking t value how much? Then t square is equal to 2hm by e. Bring this 2 to this side, this one you bring this side. Then t value is equal to root of 2hm by e. So time of fall, this is the formula, root of 2hm by e. That is the answer for this, 2hm by e. Next, after finishing of this, see the question number 20. 4 into 10 power 10 electrons are removed from a metal sphere of diameter 20 centimeter placed in air. The magnitude of the electric field at a distance 20 centimeter from the center is how much? So what they are asking, there is a metal sphere. Okay, there is a metal sphere. Its radius, its diameter is 20 centimeter. Means what is its radius? 10 centimeter. Clear? What is its radius? Means 10 centimeter. From this metal sphere, 4 into 10 power 10 electrons, they are removed from the metal sphere. Okay, 4 into 10 power 10 electrons are removed. Means what is the charge on that metal sphere? Q is equal to Ne. Here N value will be 4 into 10 power 10. Charge of the electron is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. So this value 6.4 into 10 power minus 9 coulombs. This is the charge of the electron. Because of that removing of this 4 into 10 power 10 electrons, it acquired this charge. From the center at a distance of 20 centimeter, means point is outside the sphere. What is the field intensity? What is the formula for a field intensity? E value will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q q by r square. Point is outside the sphere. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught means 9 into 10 power 9. Q value they given it as 6.4 into 10 power minus 9. We calculated this value. 20 centimeter means 2 into 10 power minus 1 meter whole square. So this value 10 power 9, 10 power minus 9 will cancel. 9 into 6.4. You write like this. 9 into 6.4 divided by 4 into 10 power minus 2. 4 1.6 will cancel. 9 into 1.6 means 14.4 into 10 square 1440. What is the unit for this? Newton per coulomb. So E value will be 1440 Newton per coulomb. So answer for this will be this one, 1440 Newton per coulomb. Next, after finishing of this, see the 21st question what they are asking. Two spheres of electric charges 2 nanocoulomb and minus 8 nanocoulomb are placed at distance d apart. If they are allowed to touch each other, what is the new distance between them to get the repulsive force of same magnitude? So initially here 2 nanocoulomb is there. Here minus 8 nanocoulomb is there. Some force will be there between them. What is the force between them? F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2 into 8 by some distance d. They are separated by a distance d. Now what happened? This is attractive force because positive and negative. Both are kept in contact with each other. Then what will happen? Net charge will be 2 minus 8. That will be minus 6. Again they are separated. So this value minus 3 nanocoulomb. This value minus 3 nanocoulomb. Clear? 2 minus 8 is joined minus 6. When they are separated, minus 3, minus 3. Then what is the new force? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. 3 into 3, just consider the sign, magnitude, this is enough. D dash square, another distance. So that this F dash is equal to F they gave, that is the condition. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 9 by d dash whole square is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 16 by d square, this one. F dash is equal to F, they given the condition. Take square root on both sides. This will be 3, this will be d dash, this will be 4, this is d. Then d dash is equal to cross multiplication 3d by 4. So answer for this is this one, 3d by 4. Clear? Next, after finishing of this, see the 22nd question what they are asking. 3 point charges 2q plus 2q and minus 4q are placed at the corners ABC of an equilateral triangle of side x. You can place in any manner, whatever it may be, you will get the answer. So A, B, C, like that you take. Here 2q, here 2q, here it will be minus 4q. Okay, in this what will happen, 1 minus 2q will here, in this minus 4q, 1 minus 2q came like this, and still minus 2q, this is 2q. This is a dipole. This is a dipole of same dipole moment. If its dipole moment is p, what is the value of p? Charge into distance. What is the angle between the dipole moments? 60 degrees, because equilateral triangle. Then p dash is equal to 2p cos theta by 2. This formula we discussed in the synopsis, just go through it. 2 into p value 2qx cos 30 cos 60 by 2 means cos 30. This value, what we will get? 2 into 2qx into cos 30 value root 3 by 2. So 2 root 3 qx. 2 root 3 qx will be the answer. So fourth option will be the answer. Simple question only. It will behave as one dipole. It will behave as another dipole. 60 degrees angle is there between that dipole moments. Dipole moment of each dipole will be this one. Net dipole moment means, since angle is theta, net dipole moment is 2p cos theta by 2. From that we will get this value 2 root 3 qx we will get. Clear?